This week's NBA contest has some really good games. I'm excited to watch it and see if we can win that $25,000. Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Jason Mattis with Winning Bets. Thanks for hanging out with me on this episode. That's right, it's our weekly NBA show on the Fox Bet Super 6 app, where we can win $25,000 if we can correctly predict 6 NBA games. If nobody can do it, they'll give away a guaranteed $1,000 prize to get the most points. 3 points if you can get the winner right, and 2 points if you can get the win margin right, for a total of 30 points. Last week we did okay. We got 4 of the 6 games right. We didn't get any of the win margins right. The big shocker last week was the Pistons upsetting the Nets last week. That tripped up probably everybody as nobody won the jackpot. 6 good games this week. Let's jump on into it and see how we'll do. All right, the first matchup here is the Nuggets and the Celtics. Nuggets are better on offense while they shoot the ball better at 51 to 42%. They're even on the three-pointers at 37%, but the Nuggets are more efficient. They're ranked 8th on offensive efficiency, where the Celtics rank 26th. And then points per game, the Nuggets are getting about 13 more per game. Defense, though, it balances out a little bit. It's a little bit more even. Field goal percentage, they're 42 and 44%. Three-point field goal percentage, the Nuggets are a little bit better. They're holding their opponents at 25%, where the Celtics are still good at 32%. They're about the same on efficiency. You got number 2 going up against number 5. And points per game, the Nuggets are holding a little bit less, but nothing big. It's 98 versus 106. Possessions per game is coming in about even. Rebounding, the Celtics do hold a rebounding edge. They'll get, over the course of this game, I think 7 to 10 more rebounds per game. And then some miscellaneous facts that you got to kind of consider here. Celtics from a free throw allowed, or free throw attempt percentage, they're getting about 8 more free throws per game, and the Celtics are also getting 8 more scoring chances per game, and the Celtics are obviously at home in this contest. I think, though, I'm going to go ahead and give the edge to the Nuggets. They're better on offense, slightly better on defense. I think that'll win over the course of the games. I'm going to get the Nuggets winning this game by 3 to 4 points. It's going to be a really good, fantastic game there. The next game they give us here is Spurs and Pistons. I thought this one was kind of tough to predict. You know, the Pistons have had some big wins upset lately. I just mentioned there against the Nets. So they've been impressive lately, but thankfully this game's been wiped out due to COVID. I was going to probably pick the Spurs if I had to, because the Spurs have been really tough, especially on the road this season, and they're really tough defensively, but we don't have to pick this game, so just go ahead and put anything you want in for this one. If we move on along to the next game, it's Pelicans versus the Grizzlies. You got to go ahead and give this edge relatively easy. The only thing the Grizzlies do better is shoot the ball from 3. They're about 44%, where the Pelicans are about 36%. Otherwise, it's even. Points, 119 versus 120. Field goal percentage, 51 to 49. In efficiency, you got the 3rd best team going up against the 7th best team. So offensive wise, you know, they're even. Defensive wise, though, you got to give the edge to the Grizzlies, and the really big edge comes in at defending the 3. The Pelicans are allowing 52% made 3-pointers, where the Grizzlies come in all the way down to 30%. So the Grizzlies, if they have a good night shooting a 3, you know, this game has potentially to kind of get away from the Pelicans here. Efficiency, Pelicans rank dead last. They're 30th, where the Grizzlies rank 15th. And then points per game, the Pelicans are giving up too many points at 132, where the Grizzlies come in at 113. Grizzlies will also get about 4 more possessions per game. No real big rebounding edge. Some miscellaneous facts here. The Pelicans are getting 7 more free throw attempts per game. The Pelicans are one of the best teams in all the league in terms of steals. They're getting the most steals actually in the league, and they'll get more than the Pelicans will in this game. And the Pelicans are only winning on the road this season 28% of the time. I like the Grizzlies here on the home court. Go ahead and give me the Grizzlies winning this game by 4 to 6. Or 5 to 6, sorry. 5 to 6. Trying to give myself an extra point there. All right, so next matchup here, guys, is the Lakers and the Timberwolves. If we look at this matchup from an offensive standpoint, it's tough, but I do think the Wolves will have the advantage. They're more efficient, 18th versus 23. They're scoring about 3 more points per game. They shoot the 3 better. The Lakers are all the way down to 24% recently shooting the 3. They're running cold here lately, where the Wolves are about 39%. Regular field goal percentage is about even. In terms of defensive efficiency and defensive overall, the Lakers hold the edge. They're 11th versus 18th. They hold the points about 4 less points per game. And then free throw or field goal percentage, though, and 3-point field goal percentage, they're even, 47 47-47 and 36-38. Should be a really good game right here, I think. Possessions per game, they're about even. They're getting roughly the same amount of possessions per game. Rebounding, Lakers will go ahead and hold an edge, but you don't have Anthony Davis, and some of the Anthony Davis played in the last game. Now you got to factor him not in there, so maybe the rebounding edge is a little bit more equal as opposed to Lakers getting about maybe 4 to 5 more per game. Lakers are getting about 11 more free throw attempts per game. Lakers are winning about 80% of the games on the road this season. The Wolves are only winning 33% of their home games. I think that's maybe where the edge can be, but I think this is going to be a really good, close, fascinating game. I will give it to the edge to the Lakers here and give the Lakers winning this game by 5 to 6. The next matchup here is Blazers and Thunders, and this is where you could see maybe potentially the first lopsided game of the slate there. Field goal percentage, they may be even at 49, 45, and 32. And then three-pointers, the Blazers will have the edge here, 43 versus 32. But the efficiency, I mean, the Blazers are second in terms of efficiency, and the Thunder all the way down to 25. Blazers are obviously getting more points than 123 versus 107. If the Thunder are going to keep it close, they're going to do it on the defensive side. Efficiency, they rank 4th, where the Blazers rank 20th. And then their Thunder are holding their opponents about 7 less points per game. In terms of percentage-wise, though, they're about even. Field goal percentage is 47-47, and three-point field goal percentage is 31-29. So no big edge there, but they're just more efficient. And it's because the possessions per game, Thunder are getting about 6 more per game. That keeps them in it. And then the rebounding, Thunder are getting about 3 more per game than over the Blazers. So they can get more possessions, and they can win the glass, and they can keep it close with their good defensive efficiency. Blazers are getting about 10 more free throw attempts per game. Thunders are going to get about 4 more steals in this game. Thunders will get about 2 more scoring chances, but the Blazers have been good on the road. They've won 61% of their road games, and the Thunder have only won 33% of their home games. I'll go ahead and give this one the edge to the Blazers. At the end of the day, we know the offense rules in the NBA, and while the Thunder maybe bring a better defense into town, go ahead and give me the better offense in the modern-day NBA. I got the Blazers winning this game by 7 to 8. Then the last matchup here is going to be really good. It's Nets versus Suns. Even without Kevin Durant, I think this game is going to be fantastic. Offensive-wise, you couldn't get much even. 52-52 field goal percentage, 44-40 three-point field goal percentage, 6th versus 4th in terms of offensive efficiency and points per game. It's 125 to 118. So 2 really evenly matched offensive teams going at it. And the evenness really carries over on the defensive side. Field goal percentage is 47-46. Three-point field goal percentage is 34-33. Efficiency is 13th versus 16th. And points per game is 112 versus 108. So even offense, even defense. Nets will get about 5 more possessions per game. The Suns will get a couple more rebounds, but it's really nothing all that big. Really, the only thing that Suns will have an advantage in this game is at the center position. The Nets don't have a real good center position, and we know the Suns have a good center at DeAndre Ayton. So if the Suns want to really punish the Nets, it'll be inside and through Ayton at the center position. Otherwise, this game is about as even as it's get. I'm going to go ahead and say the Nets pull one out in a real close game. They're going to win this game by 1 to 2 points. This is where I'll make the difference on my wife's entry. I'll go ahead and put her in at the Suns winning the game by 3 to 4. But this is just going to be a really good, outstanding game between the Nets and the Suns. I can't wait to watch that one. That's how we'll round out our chances to win $25,000 on tonight's NBA slate. Go ahead and hit that like button if I've been of help to you, and if you're going to follow me on at least one of these picks. Otherwise, good luck with your own picks, and I'll see you guys on the next contest. Thanks for watching this episode of Winning Bets. I'm Jason Mattis. I'll see you again when we are celebrating the wins and making more winning bets. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe for more winning bets.